Namaste, everybody. Hey, I got bangles on. So, it's been a long day. It's been an interesting one. Been just running from one great existential mystery within me to the next. So I have to get to it. I'm in under the wire here. My goodness. Don't know where the day goes lately. But this is yet another poem inspired by bits of conversation with my dear friend Robert, who has moved to another stratosphere called Tennessee. Far into infinity of the South. And I just pout and pout because I miss him something awful. And I know he's going to love this, that I am running so late because I literally just did my first self-taped audition, official, sent off officially through the ether web of casting yada yaddies. And I was auditioning for a character, or am currently auditioning for a character named Moonbeam. So that is the setup that I have here. She was doing an incantation over a printer, because printers never work properly. So Moonbeam was trying to make it all clean, the energies of the printing machine. It's funny. So I just stayed in this Moonbeam essence because it's fitting, really. I am Moonbeam. Come here, creature. Come here, creature. I know it's smoky in here. Mommy was doing an incantation with sage. Yes. It's all the rage to get printers to work these days. Oh my goodness, you've got like a forest on your undercarriage. My. So yeah, I'm still in the Moonbeam zone, and I shall bring you my poem. And I wish I could just do so much backstory talking, because I love this person so incredibly much, and he touches my soul every time he holds space for me, which is every time we talk, and pretty much every other day. And hears me, really hears me every time. And hears me and steers me. And clears my chakras, because I need it. I've been feeling defeated in my chakral regions. I actually spent a pretty good chunk of the evening crying. Good hard, one of those kitchen floor cries, you know? You know, the old kitchen floor can't get up, pouring, just snot, making like stalactites and stalagmites, like icicle snot. Really hot. Really, it was pretty deep. So I had to pull over whilst I was talking to this beautiful phoenix rose of a human being, because I just had to. I couldn't keep driving. Every time he speaks to me, I have to get the words onto paper. And so, as other poems, I've used him as my male muse for. I intertwined his words and mine to make it a fine caviar of poetry, you know? So yeah, I took quotes and hopes and flavor that he puts all over every letter, and I put in my own little flair and dared to spice it with my own hand ground mortar and pestle Moonbeam spices. And his grandmother just passed recently, and I know that it's been weighing very heavy and has been a whole emotional toll and process. And I'm sending the most blessed and beautiful thoughts to her journey. And I just am so so incredibly honored that he chose me to share this feeling, this sentiment with. So, I've been feeling a little lost in the woods of my mind lately, and he helped me greatly. So here's the poem. It's called Scoot Scoot, I'm Rooted, Honey. You are demanding truth from your experiences. You are surviving with immense deep diving as a bonus. Our downcast moments do not fucking own us. You busted right on through that cleverly crafted trap. Like, ha! Take that. I just called you out enough to reroute your bullshit and not so funny business. Whatever this is, this all take, no give, coming from people trying to knock you off the spinning log, then acting all chummy. I'm just like, hey, your evil ways and favorite little head games to play, they're in my way. Regardless of what those types say, when I know they're trying to ruin my day, I'm like, nuh-uh, it's not gonna fall on me. I'm rooted, honey. Like, you're in a Walmart discount pot and I'm like filling up this ancient terracotta. So what you got? People are a whole lot of bark and bite, but that's alright. We'll be off on the side, gliding through cosmic energies, not trying to pick a fight with nobody. You showed me though, Teal. Officially showed me. It's not about followers. It's something so much deeper within, but also something you can see from so far away. That leaves a dusting all over. Enough to be remembered for the right wavelengths. No thanks to this fake yank your chain, lame ass, fast fashion and fame. Don't play that fucking game. I bequeath you to know when a vibration is beneath you and your soul caliber. We're sure swerving towards something our guards can't be up for, though. You gotta get good and vulnerable to see this show. It's burgeoning, though. I'm certain it's growing ever more beautiful and versatile with a secret little smile and backed by a symphonic score. He tells me like a pure heart pouring connector. The night before my grandmother died, I saw a meteor fly. Not just like a shooting star. Nah, we're talking like a green, purple, full of message beams meteor. Just for me. And I knew. I'd felt it in the breeze and in my dreams that she was soon to be exiting these planetary confines. And that meteor managed to find me, to brace and comfort me. Teal. Teal. We're so lucky. Even the nasty bitches in this world, they're so lucky to even be wasting the depth they are inept to utilize. That's why it's okay to laugh at them, rooting around in the surface. But even that, even their pallid shit, it has purpose. Magenta was right. We're all lucky. He hears me drifting near the sucky rut just off the shoulder of the road he's taking me for a cruise on. Don't let that face get long. Do not spot your spins with a pinpoint called despair. You're almost there. Really. 300 however many days of poetry is a big deal, okay? I confess to him that I'm taking so much for granted every day by looking at it slanted through the lens of fear, and I'm not tending to the garden of it or holding it dear enough. I'm cuffing myself to an anchor. I need to find the goddess again so I can thank her more. I'm a sore loser in a game I set up to trick myself. I just wish I would pick myself more for the team. I am part asteroid beam. I've been staring at the dream instead of writing it. I'm inviting it to dinner in a shaky voice. I'm hoisting myself up on the kitchen counter to make out with myself for hours, 'cause I felt the power of my last few lines so deep. Now I think I'm hella fine, and I'm tickling my own feet. But that's a weak retelling of a diluted truth. I'm just sitting on my thumbs like they're gonna give me proof of life beyond my front door, and I'm not sure what my top tier, clear mountain runoff of passion is for anymore. I'm so bored of asking myself the same questions. Lessons that keep me guessing are a blessing I confess I haven't learned to appreciate. The value of your true magic juice depreciates like an unsightly shanty shack you were hoping to pack up and sell for a premium. I dazzled the fuck out of the whole proscenium, and when they stood up on their feet for me, I felt completely numb. It's not that I'm dumb, I'm just not paying attention. Did I mention we totally skipped over the fun part? And I so had my heart set on it. I threw a hell of a fit. Like my banana split town and left me looking down on it splattered and melting on the ground. It's profound, really, how many mealy apples there are in the bunch. I wanted to punch him in the kisser. I wanted to punch him kisser aimed when he maimed my confidence again just before I went on stage. Not Robert, someone else. It's a page right out of a noir snore fest. Don't spit on me while you're telling me what's best for me. Is this a test you score me by? Come up with something on the fly. I tell him I try and feel a storm behind my third eye when I attempt to venture past my threshold. Teal, my Teal, he reels me back in. But you are bold. But you are brave. You can't rush perfection. Just continue being. Just continue being. He's seeing me in multiple dimensions as we speak. He allows me to peek behind the top secret sneak peek of a machine that erases all bleakness and minimizes every weakness you convince yourself you have. Get that prime cut on the slab and keep tabs on whatever elevates your greatness. I know you hate this part, but you gotta start somewhere, baby. Don't drive yourself crazy for a bunch of yahoos. Get your wahoos out while you still have your perky tits about you. Glue it in a different position and consult your physician before you take the full potency. Come and see with me and we'll listen to voicemails recorded in seashells. All's well that bends well. Lend your swelling compassions to fashion a raft that will get us there. Don't you dare downplay yourself like that. You can have a spat with your inner voices, that's fine. But don't define yourself by the last time you annoyed you. Paint the ceiling blue and fill it with clouds, and know that you're allowed to daydream any time you wish. Make a fat list for Santa and incant a conjuration that takes you on vacation in your temporal temple. Be amenable to a bendable version of things. Remember the lever that releases your wings. Sing to the everything of it all. I'm just down the hall if you need me. He's a self-described concierge to the celebrities, or I think he said stars. And that's fitting, because it's what we both are. How hard is it to plaudit yourself a bit? Don't sit still for the good part. Bless your little heart. You should have carted your ass right back to the past to ask the previous you what in the blazes to do. Worship the phases of the moon soon. Make room for new traces of tunes and lyrics that'll just come to you. Have you bathed in the hues of the dusk lately? Have you cuckoo-cachooed the walrus tusk in his stately manner? His passing banter always gets the dancers going. Are you flowing with the show and tell? The farmer in the dell can't tell the forest for the trees and galleys. The warships take us deep in wooded mental valleys. Don't let's dilly-dally here. Leap as the deer do to flowered fields. Look at the bursting yield we get when we believe in the roots enough to get the loot and start thirsting for flavors you grew by hand and soul. What the earth holds for us, we cannot know until we commune with this life ball. How tall do you feel when you peel away the naysaying you let soil in tinfoil at the bottom? You let spoil. How tall do you feel when you peel away the naysaying you let spoil in tinfoil at the bottom of your knapsack? Track the source back to you, of course. You can't force perfection. We make selections out of our glowing phones. We ignore orange cones around the lone thing we're letting control us. If you can only just get the love from the person you dial into, my mother says, slicing a particularly crisp apple, that would be like a miracle. She then bites the spherical green temptation fruit like she likes it. I'm looking to share the punch, not spike it. Hike your pants up so you can wade through the tough bit. He wakes me up with every word. You made it. You're making it through right now. Girl, take a bow with no one looking. Be proud of what you got cooking. You're booking your self-appointed gigs. Do not renege on the deep promises you made to yourself. To uphold them, be willing to go to any length. I hope you feel strength. Gotta go up that ramp. I think this is part of his wisdom, and I'm so amped he's given it to me. But that part he was telling to a lady checking into the hotel where he works. I tell him I thought it was part of the thought flow, and he says, well, it is. You'll get to where you're going if you go up the ramp and to the right. Every note of his voice music is so bright. It's so lucky that we transfused stardust like we did. We could have hit it, but we slid it around to make a tour de force sensation instead. My head is fed by what he gives me. Now the hope we just generated lives free. Whew. I am emotional lately. I am so emotional lately. So, wow, I just appreciate him so greatly. There aren't even words for it, even though I just wrote like 1,000 of them. There's still not. And it's funny because in my Moonbeam audition attire, sorry, I can't wear makeup anymore. It's just not a thing I can do. But in my Moonbeam attire, I had a Phases of the Moon necklace on, and it was kind of chafing me, scratching me. So I took it off, and then whoopsie, I talked about something about the phases of the moon here. Said something clever about the phases of the moon. Go worship them soon, I think, is what I managed to put in as a little wink in there. Okay. Do not despair. Friends are there. Sources are there. Magnetism bubbling from the earth is there. Your worth is there. We're here. We're doing it. You're making it through right now. You made it. You're making it through. Woohoo! Woohoo! So, God, I just love everything that comes out of his mouth. And a lot of that was me. A lot of that was me just, see, makeup. You can't do it. There's my advertisement. There's my self-tape ad for makeup. Makeup. You can't do it. But yeah, every syllable he utters, it's just like, butterfly flutters in the depths of my soul, whirring away, purring ring like cats in a bay window. Just made that up. Yeah, he filleth my cup. He filleth my cup. Yeah, it's not gonna land on me. I'm rooted, honey. I just wish I could say things the way he says things. I'm rooted, honey. Come on. In that Walmart pot. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, I gotta upload this before midnight. Here we go. Get this makeup all off my face. And taste a new moment tomorrow and own it and poem about it. Boom. How about that about it? Okay. Ooh, my mood ring says I'm feeling refreshed and feisty. It don't lie. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love you, Robert. I love you. Okay, so you know what to do. Come on back tomorrow. My witchy pinky ring beckons you.